I am back. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am going to be finally doing an update video. If you saw my last video, which if you haven't, watch that video. It's pretty good content. I basically just eat crisps. I will link it in the description box below. I mentioned that I haven't been able to do any YouTube videos, and I said that I'll explain it in a future video, hence this video right now. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you like the content that you've seen or are just seeing now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment down below, and if you want to keep up to date with any of my social media, which is where I usually keep updated with my YouTube videos, then feel free to go follow me on there. They will be in the description box below. Anyway, so update. Where the heck have I been these past 2 months, nearly 3 months? I will explain. So 2 videos ago, I believe, I did a COVID vaccine update and I was back in my university accommodation here in Southend-on-Sea. And in my last video, I mentioned that I've made the move back to uni, which, yes, I am still here again. If you're a recent viewer, you can tell by my different bedding. So, yes, to start the video off, I'm going to be going all the way back to March. With the lockdown, the third lockdown for England being lifted, schools and universities were the first places to get students back in. And that included me being a drama school student. I made the return back to university all the way back in March. Now, when we were in March, I had so much going on. As part of our first module, we were meant to be performing a play. Now, normally these plays would have been performed in November, but because of the pandemic, they said, well, let's perform it in January, just so that you guys can get settled back in. You could do more of the paperwork lessons beforehand. So we weren't meant to be performing our plays until January. However, due to the pandemic, it obviously got cancelled. We could not perform in January. You weren't allowed to go out anywhere in January. But instead, they said, oh, there's the possibility of you guys performing in March, depending on how the lockdown goes. And lo and behold, we were able to return to university in March, and we were able to perform our first piece in March. That was amazing. I loved doing that play. I was so happy to be back on the stage. We were very lucky in that we were able to perform without face masks, as long as we got tested before the show and it was negative, and during the show week to again prove it was negative. So we were very lucky in that, and it has been since, so thank you. So yes, I had done my first show straight back from uni, which was mental. But straight after that, I actually got cast in another play outside of uni, and that was my first professional production. I really wanted to do something on YouTube to like show that and just get you guys like in the loop with everything, but I just didn't get a chance. I was so busy. And that was Mark Hunter's combat production of Robin Hood, a virtual pantomime. Anyone who knows me knows it is my absolute dream to be in a pantomime. I love making people laugh. I like making people smile. I like being an idiot because that's what I am on a daily basis. It was so much fun. So since October, I've been doing like online readings for this pantomime that they were hoping to put on stage at some point. And so I did about 3 readings with them. And then in the new year, they said, we've actually adapted this to be performed over Zoom, an online webcam talkie thing. Similar to this, except I can actually see you and whatnot. And they adapted the script and they invited me to do some more readings for it. And I did 3 more readings. So that was interesting. That was great during the lockdown. So if you are a performer wanting to do something while there is a lockdown, go find different reading groups. They are great and they're really good to learn from. I did these readings and I got asked if I wanted to audition, which, yeah, of course I want to audition. And there was the possibility of being paid. We weren't sure, but either way, I just needed pantomime experience because I've never done one before, yet it is the thing I really want to do. And so I auditioned and I got in and I actually got to play the role of the comical lead. So in Robin Hood, you obviously have the main characters of Robin Hood himself, Maid Marian, Sheriff of Nottingham, Little John, Friar Tuck, etc, etc, etc. There's so many. And in pantomimes, they do have stock characters, 4 set characters. But one of the stock characters in pantomime is actually the comical lead. And that is the character that always like interacts with the audience the most. And they're like, hello, boys and girls. And they get everybody riled up. And in Robin Hood, that character is called Will Scarlet. And I was very lucky in that I got to play Will Scarlet in my first professional production, in my first professional pantomime over Zoom. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so exciting. So I was a lead character in this production over Zoom straight after doing another show. So that was mental. That took up all of my evenings and some Sundays. So I was like, I'm so busy. Then straight after from doing the university play, whilst in rehearsals for this pantomime, I was doing yet another play for my module, which was a devised piece based on political theatre. And we had so many things going on with this piece. And we ended up creating a 45-minute piece called Shut Up and Riot, basing about the injustices that people are facing here and in other countries and how it's so important for the right to protest. Very interesting process. Political theatre's not my thing though. So I had done one play when I came back to uni. I was in rehearsals for a pantomime whilst doing rehearsals for the other devised play, performed the pantomime in the middle of April, then a few weeks later performed the devised political theatre play. So my life was absolutely mental. Also, just after, like a few days after the pantomime was performed and it had finished, it was my birthday. So I was trying to do things for my birthday, which I wanted to do a blog about, but it just didn't happen. And so Shut Up and Riot, we did that, and then we had a week off. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't I do a video in any free time that I had or in that week off? I don't have free time. I've literally not stopped this whole time since March. I've not stopped. And I'm just like, I'm so tired. So yes, that is exciting. And then in my week off, because it was the first week off that I've had, well, I say week off, we had an essay to write, which really needed my full attention, and I had appointments to go to. I had my second COVID jab during that week, and by, I want to say this week, I will now be fully vaccinated, so yay me. There was just so much going on, and I did indeed need a bit of a break after everything that's happened. Like, don't get me wrong, performing is something that I adore, it's my life, but even I needed a break at some point. And then I come back after that week off in May, and we yet again begin another devised play. But this time, we don't actually have a director. On our course, we have to do a module where we become a theatre company ourselves, and we have to literally do everything ourselves. Like, you don't normally have a director there unless someone says, I don't want to perform, I just want to do backstage stuff. Then they can. So we did that, and we are still currently in rehearsals. I will link the show listing video thing, whichever way it is, whatever they're advertising at the minute, in the description box below, so you can see what kind of chaos I get up to, like, on stage. So this piece is called All That Glitters, and we have based it around the 1950s Hollywood golden age of cinema. And I am going to be playing a child, I wonder why, called Sweet Little Susie. And, you know, this is going to be so much fun. It's basically going to be quite musical theatre based, which I've not done in so long. And I absolutely adore musical theatre. But because of the course, we just don't do it that much. And because we've got a lot of people who have done musical theatre or who are going into musical theatre, and because it's 1950s Hollywood, we're going to have to be doing something musical. So that's exciting. So I've actually written a song for it, and then I've composed music for someone else's poem that they've done, and we're all like intertwining with different ideas, and it's It's great. It's just, we're working so hard that I'm worn out. So last week's video that I did was the first time I was actually able to just be like, right, I'm doing a video. I've got the time to do a video. Because it's not only recording, I've got to edit everything. And because I'm editing on my phone, it makes life so much more difficult. I just need to find the right software for editing. So if anybody knows of any decent software that isn't going to take me out of pocket too much, let me know, please. I'm dying. Help me, please. And I forgot to mention this earlier. This is probably more exciting news. So other than shows, I have also made contact with a animation artist who is pitching a new show, and I've been able to do some voice acting for that. Yay! So that could possibly be something there. I'm not going to give it away too much in case I'm not allowed to, but yeah, you know me, I like my voice acting. Oh yeah, did you know I did a voice acting thing? A voice acting video a few months ago. Yeah, go check that out. That'll also hopefully pop up in recommendations. But the most exciting thing that has happened in these past few months is that I've actually been able to get myself an agent. I applied for agents in February time, where during the lockdown, we weren't doing anything with school, which was really annoying because, you know, we are spending this money that we've got loaned out and, you know, we're wanting to do stuff, but we just weren't doing that much at the time. Eventually we did do a bit more, but like not much more. And I realised, well, I noticed that my friend in my class had applied for agents and they'd got themselves signed up. And I was just like, you know what, like, why don't I just apply? The problem was though, is that a lot of people don't apply for agents until they've got show reels, which are like a maximum 2-minute clip of you just acting on screen. And it's not meant to be too dramatic, or it's not meant to be too dynamic. It's just to show that you can actually act when you're speaking and when you're not speaking. And we didn't have them because my course said, well, you don't really need one because they were going to get us doing them in like June or July, which we were like, we'd rather them get them done early, so that, because they will take like a few months to edit anyway, because there's 35 of us on the course, and that's like 17 show reels that this guy has had to write, edit, film, etc., and then send to us. So instead I was like, okay, well, I'll apply for these agencies and say I can send in show reels, which fortunately we got a workshop on, and I heard back from quite a few, and I got 2 interviews, one of which I liked, but I just didn't vibe, and the other one I just adored. Like, I love my agent, like, she's amazing. Sarah is amazing. I'm not gonna say which agency it is because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but if I am allowed to, then great. Also, if you want a video on how I got an agent during COVID especially, let me know, and yeah, I'll be glad to do an interview for it. I just didn't expect to get one so soon, but I just thought, like, I wasn't doing anything, I wanted to be productive, and I knew that if we weren't going to get show reels until like maybe August, everyone's going to be applying for agents at the same time. So it was kind of my thing to be like, I'd rather get an agent during a time where it's not going to be busy, where I'm more likely to get an interview than it is when everyone's going to be applying and I'm very unlikely to get one. And I'm just really lucky that I was able to get myself signed up with an agent. Sarah, if you're watching this, I love you. So that is probably the most exciting thing that has happened. And I don't mean to brag when I say this, but the fact that I'm still currently a 3rd year drama school student, halfway into their 3rd year, I managed to get myself signed up with an agent. I'm just, that's an achievement. That's a whole other pile of achievements for myself, because to get an agent this year was my absolute aim, but to get one so early, I don't know. Sorry to brag. Also, I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. Some people were concerned that I wasn't myself in the previous video. I live in a house full of actors. We're doing show reels all the time and self-tapes, and you know me, I'm very loud, but I don't want to be too loud to disturb anybody else because the walls are quite thin. So that is why I'm down, but why I'm more loud today. Also, the last bit of information I'm going to give you, which is in regards to the channel itself. Yes, as you can tell, able to post a few more videos, but again, I'm in third year, I'm back working, and it's becoming difficult to manage my time. But again, I'm hoping to get the quality of videos better than the quantity, so I'll do that. So I'm hoping to get some song covers done again. I'll be happy to do like just some vlogging, stuff like this. Any questions, happy to get Dear Diabetic stuff. But the most exciting thing for my channel that is happening is Eve Stone is making a comeback. The Eve Stone show is coming back. Anybody who knows this channel knows my first video that I posted on this is a comedy TV series called The Eve Stone Show, which is a character that I took from a clowning module, who's based on a character of Steve Irwin, God bless his soul. And, you know, she's just this random character with a really bad Australian accent who goes out into the world to like study animals. I only have done 3 episodes because I am not an animal handler and I don't have any pets. So trying to find animals in my area that are willing to take part, and for me not to get arrested, that becomes difficult. But I've been able to plot point some ideas, and because lockdown has been lifted, I'm able to get some more ideas sorted. So like I've got them planned, but Eve Stone is making a comeback, people. Eve Stone is coming back! If you want to see Eve Stone, go onto the channel, find the Eve Stone show. There are 3 episodes listed. I highly recommend the first one. That one was really funny. That is the pilot one though. But Eve Stone is making a comeback. I'm hoping to start filming soon because I have missed this character so much. And you know, I'm a comedic actor. It's what I do. I am so excited. And I've heard from some people who follow me that they're waiting for more Eve Stone episodes. So keep your eyes peeled for whenever Eve Stone is coming back. Anyway, that is going to end the video for today. I know that is a lot of information to throw at you all in such a short amount of time, but I'm excited. I've missed talking to the camera and I've missed you guys. Yeah, even though I probably don't know half of you, but anyway, if you liked what you saw, don't forget to like the video, comment in the comment box down below, and I will link different sources to different videos, as well as my Instagram and Twitter links in the description box below. Thank you all for joining. I've missed you all so much. I hope you all are staying safe during this weird time that is still going on, but hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye!